My Catholic faith has helped me through the darkness.
Catholic voters and their religious identity is on the ballot this year, with Joe Biden only the fourth major party Catholic candidate in U.S. history. A win in November would make him the second Catholic to ever hold the nation's highest political office since JFK, something Chris Vogt, the chair of the Theology and Religious Studies Department at St. John's University, thinks could reinvigorate Catholics in this country.
As Catholics, we are called to be attentive to church teaching, but really it is in our conscience where God speaks to us and where we need to come to a decision about the person that we need to support in this election.
Religion can be central to a voter's identity, but studies conducted by the Pew Research Center show that Catholics, like many other religious groups, want a president who lives an ethical and moral life more than a president who shares their own religious beliefs. 62% of them saying it's very important, compared to just 14% for the latter. The faithful also view religious organizations as forces for good in society, but a majority, 62%, believe churches and other religious institutions should stay out of politics versus 37% who do not. And while the Catholic vote is critical, non-Christian faiths will play a role too. Rabbi Brad Hirschfield, head of the National Jewish Center for Learning and Leadership, thinks the Jewish vote will reflect the hard choices all voters have to make come November.
What I think we have at their best in each community are voters who are seeking to live their values as deeply as possible and to appreciate that a single value can be lived in politically diametrically opposed ways.
Those divisions resonate with non-Judeo-Christian faiths too, like Muslims, Buddhists, and Hindus, who make up 2 to 4% of the U.S. population, a tiny slice that could make a big difference. Religious identity could also affect the vice presidential debate, starting with the candidates. Kamala Harris is a Baptist, but her mother was a practicing Hindu. Diverse religious beliefs that could attract voters to the Biden camp. But Vice President Mike Pence has a strong evangelical following, a self-described born-again evangelical Catholic with strong ties to the Catholic cultural tradition and moral teachings of the church.
You know, it's hard to talk about the religious sensibilities of either Vice President Pence or Senator Harris. The fact of the matter is they have an opportunity to show us all that regardless of affiliation with party or views on particular issues, their commitment again to dignity, decency, and democracy transcends their desire to win an office.
The Pence-Harris face-off is the only vice presidential debate this election season, but with the fate of the 2 remaining presidential debates still hanging in the balance, its impact could be more important than ever.
If you're watching Currents News on YouTube, be sure to hit the subscribe button and then click on the bell to get instant updates about all of our newest content, because we are putting your faith in the news.